Something I've asked myself a number of times is what makes a truly great instrument. Sure, sound and tone are important, but I really feel that expressivity has to be up there as one of the most important things as well. Now, expressivity is how we as musicians convey our thoughts, feelings, and emotions through space and time into the ears of our listeners. You know it when you feel it. And something that keyboard instruments have struggled with since their inception is expressivity. Compared to how many ways your fingers can interact with a guitar string or your bow on a violins, the humble keyboard can sometimes feel a little bit limited in what it can do for expression. Well, with the introduction of Expressive E's absolutely groundbreaking new keyboard, the Osmose, that is really about to change in my humble opinion. However, I've already ordered my Osmose, but the delay time is all the way until June because of how popular they are, so I thought right now would be a great time to look back at Expressive E's other amazing product for making your keyboards more expressive, the Touché. Now, Expressive E did send over the Touché for me to do a video on, but as always, they have no say over the content of this video, nor are they paying me, so the best way for you guys to actually support my channel is to go stream my original music under Miles Away. I'm a fully independent, self-published artist, and I really appreciate any support that you guys can give through listening to my music. All right, let's get started. So what is Touché? Touché is a capacitive touch instrument that can connect to any synthesizer or instrument that receives MIDI in. The main idea is that it responds to both the softest and lightest of touches and the most intense and powerful of gestures to add expressivity into your playing. Now, Expressive E also makes a bunch of really great VSTs that are specialized around the Touché, but for today we're going to be focusing on how I like to use it, which is as a controller for my favorite hardware synths. As with the intro jam, Touché can do an absolutely great job of taking a pretty simple ambient patch like we heard in the intro and transforming it with expression and added modulation that you really wouldn't be able to get naturally while performing any other way. But Touché is not just for ambient pads and swells. Because of how responsive and how sensitive the touch strip is, it's fantastic for rhythmic parts as well. However, as a guitar player as well as a keyboardist, my absolute favorite way to use Touché is for pitch bends on leads. Because of how Touché works, you can create some of the most natural sounding vibrato and dynamic modulation on pitch that I've ever heard, and again, it really just adds a whole lot more emotion and expressivity into your playing. Alright, now we know how Touché works, so let's take what we've learned and make a full song demonstrating the power of this awesome little wooden box. Alright, so first let's start with our chords. Now, I want to take some subtle rhythmic modulation and just make a simple saw pad more interesting with my left hand using the Touché. Sounds awesome. Maybe I'll bring in some of that special rhythmic modulation later, but for now, let's move on to our bass. So for our bass, I really want to take this simple eighth note idea and make it much more interesting by opening the filter in a rhythmic and natural way by playing in a second rhythm on top of the original eighth note bass idea. All right, finally, no synth jam is complete without a blistering synth lead. So I want to take my favorite thing about Touché, which is using it as a pitch modulator, and create a really natural sounding lead that moves all around and glides between notes effortlessly. Alright, so after about half an hour of adding different drums and instruments in Logic to complement what we've made with the Touché, here's what we've got. I hope you enjoy. Alright, hopefully you all enjoyed listening to that song. I had a ton of fun making it, and I can honestly say that the Expressive E Touché is one of the most fun things I've ever had the privilege of demonstrating on this channel. It's a pretty safe recommendation for me to make to you if you're someone who enjoys playing your synths live, as it really does just take them to the next level. And like I mentioned, they also have a whole bunch of great VSTs that you can get with it as well too, if you're someone who has more of an interest in software synths. Anyways, thanks so much to Expressive E for sending over the Touché. I had a ton of fun, and thank you so much to you for watching and supporting the channel. Please remember to like and subscribe, and consider going to stream my music. I've got a new song announcement coming really soon. Thank you guys so much. Happy 2023, and I'll see you in the next video.